for a piece of paper made from a tree, a paper so powerful. Why do we accept that $1 is equal to 86 rupees? And how did an American piece of paper become more valuable than 190 plus countries' currency? Money is a value, a symbol of trust that you gave something and now deserve something in return. In 1971, US President Nixon did something shocking. He removed the dollar's link to gold. Think about this, a man works 9 hours a day, commutes 2 hours and sleeps for 6. Why? For a piece of paper made from a tree. A paper so powerful, it can decide whether a child eats or starve. But have you ever asked, why can't government just print more money and end poverty? Why do we accept that $1 is equal to 86 rupees? And how did an American piece of paper become more valuable than 190 plus countries' currency? The answer to all of this lies in just one thing: what is money? Money is not paper. Money is a value, a symbol of trust that you gave something and now deserve something in return. You get paid when you provide value to someone else. A shopkeeper gets money when he gives a product. A doctor gets money when she gives health. That's all. Money is a receipt of value created. In ancient time, people traded goods, a barter system. But how do you trade if someone doesn't want what you have? Then came commodities like salt, grain, cattle. Then gold and silver because they are durable and universal valuable. But gold and silver heavy and unsafe. So people deposited gold in banks and temples and got receipt. That receipt become paper money. That's the origin of currency. Let's say you want to sell your mobile for hundreds. 1,000 people want it. What will you do? Raise the price 500, 1,000 until only one buyer is left. This is demand and supply. If demand is higher than supply, then prices go up and it's called inflation. Now imagine if government print money and gives 10 lakhs to every citizen, then everyone goes to buy phone, cars and gold. Then sellers increase the price and massive inflation. This happened in Zimbabwe. A bread cost billion. Printing money doesn't create wealth, it only dilutes it. Globally, no one trusts every country's currency, but one thing was trusted for centuries. This is gold. To solve trade issue, countries adopted the gold standard, currencies backed by the real gold. You could exchange any currency into gold, then trade was stable. But then came World War I and World War II. Nations spent their gold to buy weapons, mostly from the US. By 1944, America had 18% of the world's gold. The rest of the world had paper. So in the Bretton Woods Conference, it was decided, let's use the US dollar as the new global currency because it's backed by the most gold. And this was the beginning of the dollar empire. In 1971, US President Nixon did something shocking. He removed the dollar's link to gold. Now the dollar became fiat currency, valuable only because the government says. Since other currencies were tied to dollar and the dollar was not tied to gold, the entire global economy became paper-based. But we all kept trading because we had no choice. Currencies exchange rates are like auction prices, driven by the demand and supply. India need $2 to buy oil, import, etc. So we gives rupees to buy dollar. If more people demand dollars, then price will rise. That's why $1 is equal to 86 rupees. Countries with strong export, low inflation and political stability have strong currencies. Think if tomorrow everyone stop accepting rupees, it will become paper. Money works because you have trust in your government, you have trust in your central bank,